once we get there we go. And we get everybody's permission, then we go ahead and record this thing. And then we'll figure out how and where we can post it. Thank you. Likely probably on our district page, once we figure out how to get a link up there. So, there's also the YouTube page, but that is used for other purposes. So we don't have a district page, and I'm not quite ready.
We have to really broadcast it.
No, it wasn't reported, so that's not even a question this time around. I don't think so. If they want to be involved in any meeting, they should show up. But the roundtable, on the other hand, is different. It's dissemination of information, and we understand that we'd like to see them all here. That's great, but those that have needed to at the same time, at least they have an excuse. And we'll worry. Okay, without objections, meeting shall be recorded, and we'll close the videos later. Probably get them up.
Sounds good to me.
Also include that link. Roundtable roundup that I send out every Friday afternoon. Time to consume what we put out.
Sounds perfect to me. And
Communications desk, sir.
thank you very much, as always. It is currently 6:41 by my clock. Shall we take 4 minutes to relax, rejuvenate before we officially kick things off? I'm telling you.
And then now we'll have a video on this.
Well, I know you did for a way that I haven't got to come up with the news. I haven't received any information since whether the camera. What? Like, yeah, I sent you emails. 5 of them each, and you ignored them all. Plus, you got a generated something that don't tell me just so you don't pop, you know.
Eric puts a lot of work into those
I appreciate it.
notes.
Even if
So
I'm here. Appreciate you there.
I have a feeling that that will be moved on now. All right, Scouters, it is 6:45 out of respect for everyone's time. I think everyone knows that they're here for the 7 December 2022 Aurora District Roundtable meeting. As we so often do, I'll ask you to please stand, flag face, and join me in the Scout salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Scout sign, please join me in the Scout oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Scout law. The Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. Take your seats. All right, now I do understand that there is a way to unlock that door remotely from the phone. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, now why didn't you get here earlier? Thank you. Just here. I'm writing it down, and you know what? It's a good thing this meeting is being recorded. Which reminds me, if there's anyone online that does not consent to their image or voice being recorded, don't speak up or log off now or forever hold your peace, because we are now being recorded. Anyone in the room, you're free to leave. Me first. All right. Did that. Thank you very much. Internet rechartering. We talked about this a little earlier. How is rechartering going? It is getting very, very close to the end of the month, end of the year, when all recharters are due. Problems, questions, comments, or concerns by anyone? You're kidding.
No.
Because I thought we've been putting it in the minutes for the past 2 or 3 months.
Just let me know.
Okay.
Realize it.
Okay, well, thank you for being here, first of all. Secondly, the term of rechartering, if you've come across it in your application, if you've been answering it any differently than 12 months, please stop, because everyone in the district is going to be using 12 months, 1 year, just to standardize it. This year, for the first time ever, apparently, they've allowed us to pick our own term of recharter. We can go 2 months, 3 months. Ain't nobody got time for that. So please, like we've done before, we're going to stick with a 12-month term.
I think the explanation there was that some towns maybe trying to stagger it. So I think the terms between 6 and 18 months would give councils the flexibility to say, hey, you guys are all, you're 18 months now, and then next time you're going to be 6 months off in my cycle. This council, I think, so far as I know, goal is to have everybody on the same cycle, so just pick 12 months. And move on.
Makes things a lot easier for everybody all around. Okay. Any other questions, comments, Richard? You got anything on the chat?
Basically, remind you guys of the recharge. Just get that done as soon as possible.
Okay. All right, you heard it straight from
And also
district.
to make sure.
Okay, well, we'll get there. Hey, now, don't take away Bernie's thunder now. Trust me, she can get her own thunder going all by herself now. All right, here.
Is there any number that they can call if they need assistance? They have a problem?
Richard, what's your number?
414-722-6610.
Say it again.
414-722-6610.
And the third time.
414-722-6610.
You say something 3 times, it starts to stick in somebody's head. I heard that somewhere before.
That's your personal.
Yeah, it's not personal.
Business hours only, folks. Unless we start getting down to the deadline, then all bets are off. You can call him anytime. If he answers the phone, it's his fault. All right, National Eagle Scout Association and Alumni After 5 networking event. I was able to attend this a couple Thursdays ago. It was a wonderful time. The drive was a little bit more than I had bargained for. As the crow flies, it's supposed to take about an hour and 15, an hour and 20 minutes. I'm from New Jersey, so it only took me 45. Don't tell anybody I said that. Oh no, we're being recorded.
Okay, Larry.
Yeah, I did. I did consent to recording. As a matter of fact, Eric helped me set it up. Thanks, Eric. It was a wonderful opportunity. It was a lot of fun. Got to meet some people that I'd never met before, and kind of interested in doing this a little bit more locally so I don't have to drive as far and drive so fast again. So if anybody's interested, send me an email. If anybody knows of a location that might be able to host us, send me an email. Because, this is something that I had a lot of fun at. It was pizza, it was soda, it was chips. I could have had something else, but, I'm cheap, so I didn't want to pay for it. Questions, comments, or concerns about that? It was a great time. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. All right, upcoming community service. As Scouts, we are all about community service. There are 2 wreath layings coming up in December. The first will take place on the 10th at Union Grove Cemetery, the Fallen Hero wreath laying. The second will take place a week later for National Wreaths Across America Day at both Union Grove and Wood cemeteries. I believe links to both of these events are up on the council website. If you have any questions about either of these events, feel free to give your district community service chair a call. He's the doofus talking to you now. So if you have any questions, I'm the guy to come to. Also, I got a call 2 days ago from the Eris Senior Network. The program coordinator, Susie, so this was not the person that we spoke to last month. but this was one of the ladies that works for her. There are 3 opportunities where clients actually reached out to them requesting services. There is raking at 37th and Villard in Milwaukee. There's raking in Fox Point, and there's flower cutting and hedge trimming in South Milwaukee. These clients specifically reached out to them asking if anyone that they work with would be willing to help. And they reached out to me. So if any of your units or any of your scouts might be willing to help, please give me a call, send me an email, and let me know, or contact Susie directly at the email that you see, I'm sorry, the phone number you see listed. And I'll leave that up there a little while longer so y'all can finish writing it down, because we love helping the folks. All right. Cub Scout Winter Online Day Camp. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday after the Christmas holiday. Monday and Tuesday, there will be 2 sessions per day. Wednesday, there's only 1 session per day. My son did this last year, had a absolutely wonderful time, and even managed to stay out of his mother's hair for an ever so brief period of time. So if you're interested, please check it out on the council website. It's a lot of fun. Fiserv Forum does a lot more than just basketball. They offer discounts under the promo code SCOUTS for hockey. The Quick Trip Holiday Face-Off is a competition involving some of the local college teams over the 28th and 29th of December. On New Year's Eve, the Harlem Globetrotters are coming to town. January 21st through 22nd will be my son's favorite, Monster Jam. Who doesn't like watching big trucks smash things? February 9th through 12th, Disney on Ice. And then February 17th, Flat Out Friday, which is, from what I understand it, motocross. Motorcycles driving around in the mud. Again, all of these opportunities will be posted on the Aurora District website, so you can download this presentation. Questions on what I have covered so far? Okay, January 14th, Dakota Cub Scout Shooting Sports Day. My son and I did this last year. I was actually lucky enough to be one of the instructors for Slingshot. Had an absolutely wonderful time. 8:15 to 11:30. $25 per scout. I'm sorry, polls are not applicable to Cub Scout shooting sports. This is the ice fishing derby. So let's just say, let's see. Yes, that would be a little cold. Uh-oh. Can everybody still hear me? Okay, so I'm back online. So I apologize, folks, for are absolutely fine. but there is an error in my slides. Richard, can you confirm the Cub Scout Shooting Sports Day? I believe. Oh, yes, that's. So that is ice fishing. Yes, so this is shooting sports on January 14th.
My city is correct.
Yep. And just no holes. And no licenses required. I apologize, a revised slide deck will be up tomorrow. Not as easy as shooting fish in a barrel. Okay. Moving on from my Zoom ineptitude, Vicky, she just walked out. So there you go. All right, so we have a honorary lodge advisor.
We here in the Aurora district are part of the Untitled Chapter. We did have a chapter meeting this past Monday. The chapter meetings, if anybody is interested in joining us, are the first Monday of every month. 60th and Lincoln. We generally start about 6:30. Oftentimes, our new lodge advisor has food available, whether it's cakes, brownies, cookies, or hamburgers and bratwurst. That is what goes on. We do have lock-in Friday night. At St. Peter's, Councilor asked to come about 7 o'clock. We will be done by 8 o'clock the next morning. We'll be talking about some chapter activities, some service projects that the scouts, boys and girls, are interested in doing. We have female leaders that have said they will be there if there's female scouts. Also, the district hopefully talked about chapter doing a clothing drive for homeless veterans. So,
That has been extended until December 9th, is that correct?
Sure. Yeah, I'm not taking, you pick that up till after that.
Okay, excellent. Let's see here. And all the dates that are up there are still correct?
Yes, the
Yep.
Winter Council of Chiefs is open to all airmen and adults. We'll be at the Kalahari. Lodge has a chalet that's off of the main motel area, and it'll hold, I think it'll hold up to 32 people. Does have separate rooms so that the male and female, adult and youth will be accommodated. First 32 people that sign up get the rooms. After that, they move to the main motel area. Winter Council of Chiefs talks about the upcoming year. It also has training sessions for younger scouts who say, "Wow, yeah, that's not for me." We have training sessions talking about what the lodges are all about, what the over here is all about. And then in the evening, we usually go out for pizza. When we get back, we go to the water parks. I've been to several. It's always good.
Excellent.
What does it say, $85 or something? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, that includes the whole thing.
Any idea what activities are taking place or planned for the February 23 Kanawha Lodge Fun Day?
So,
Okay.
all right.
Whatever it is, it'll be fun. All right. Richard, can you just take a look and see what is in the chat? Okay.
I think that's me as well.
Okay. All right. Now we have the Dakota Ice Fishing Derby. 225-23. Two sessions, 9 to 12, and then 1 to 4:30. $25 per scout, $15 per family member, including lunch. Holes for each family. Holes will be provided. If you do not have, of course, there will be a patch, and training will be provided. If you need a license, which are only required for scouts and family members below above the age of 16, you can register on the DNR website, but you need to sign up quick.
Provided with that training for how to run things, or training for the actual things.
How to actually do ice fishing.
Well,
We had a few adult governors just came out. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Well,
well, I didn't try to make up for it. Yeah, I want to make sure. First I was like, here's bulk up. Like,
Yeah, I can't make it that day, but I believe there will actually be some people who are experienced ice
thank you.
fishermen, and I will pass the word along. How about that?
and this one doesn't do all fire.
Well, as I said, Eric, I'm not going to be there, so this one will not. Again, you're getting me in trouble because it's on. I know. All right. So this next slide is an image of how our new scout recruitment is going. We're starting to wrap up overall. I think we've done an admirable job. So thank you to all the units for your ongoing recruitment efforts. That said, the year ain't done yet, so keep it going. Questions, comments, concerns with new scout recruitment for Cub Scouts?
I have a quick question that we might not have the answer, but to what extent does the council run some Show the cuts pretty big, but council's still up a few interesting billboards and whatnot. But the council can sort of that helps the board out.
I would say probably using the media.
Matt Stoffel.
So, yeah, obviously it's not there. Yeah. Aside from scouters talking to others, our audience might still not be hearing a lot of our message. But our enthusiasm here for a small voice in a big world. Small but powerful voice, but still in a big world. And, looking at this year's numbers, which hard to explain why they were lower, other than we're just not. And units probably all the time we can. In the school of 1,500 kids at Nicolay High and another 300 or 400 kids at Glen Hills, I've got 4 kids. So you look at the percentages, we're a very tiny club. I know there's a couple of other troops that play, but it's proof of you. But for us to make enough noise to say, to be visible.
Can we do a, at my school, like, hey, you should come in and join us, maybe something. Hey, we're going to go back to school. Hey, it's out there in the annual recruitment night.
We did something like that. We did something like that. Well, that's it. There'd be a coordinated thing going on there. And I think last year, or the year before, Larry Gainer was around. We did some years with we doing. I attended a couple of those. We didn't produce much. Yeah, I didn't know the message about that. So, and not asking for much. We got 300 more. Percentage wise, going. We get 200 more. Well, yeah.
Cells and.
You know, we've been out in the woods the whole time. That's, you know, so we'll see what happens. But that's just my editorial comment on that. No, there's next.
I appreciate it as always.
The past couple of years, it was the paper for the food scouting for food. And if we could get some media attention or write up in the paper, I don't know if they charge us for that, I'm not sure. But
No.
if we could get some community thing, if kids are doing like a cleanup or something, you know, if we keep putting it out there that there's activities going on for these kids every month or every couple of weeks, it's gonna draw in more.
Press releases, just a little.
Yeah, yeah,
Doesn't have to.
no.
So. Take that upstairs, Richard. And, if they have questions, you're welcome to send them my way.
All right. Anything else before we move on to Klondike? Peter, you got your ears on?
All right, had to unmute myself there.
Yep.
All right, so we do have some updates for everyone. So I know a lot of you are chomping at the bit. So we are planning on holding Klondike at Camp O Dakota this year.
Yep. Stand by. I gotta turn the volume up in the room.
Okay.
You got it? All right, Peter, go ahead.
All right. So we are having Klondike at Camp O Dakota this year. It will be a one-day event that we are doing. If you would like, you can come out that day. We will be offering polar bear camping as well. All of those fees will be handled through the council website, but we will assign your campsite once upon your arrival. Unlike previous years, like the past few years, we've been doing a lunch and dinner at camp. This year, we are just doing a lunch because we want to try and get people on the road before it gets too late. The cost as of right now on our rough estimation is going to be $12 a person. And again, that is just for the day program. But if you wanted to polar bear for the weekend, you would have to provide everything else. So you would come out Friday night and then camp Friday. And if you want to stay the whole weekend, you could. But again, you have to arrange that through council. But again, we would assign your site. As for program specifics, we don't have any of those right now. but those will be coming out more towards January. We're getting together in the next couple weeks to hammer those out. If anyone is willing to jump on something on a station or something right away, to reach out to us, or if you're willing to help in some way, shape, or form, again, reach out, because right now it's just me, Doug Reed, and Dan Forgy handling everything. So if you guys are willing to help, we would gladly take the help. We are also opening our Klondike up to South Shores if they would like to come visit, or any other districts if they would like to come. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I can tell you right now. It's a one-day event, $12 a person at Camp Odakota. What time? It would start in the morning, so probably 8, 9 o'clock, and then it would go till probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock.
All right, just to confirm, it is just February 4th, correct?
Correct, just February 4th.
So Peter, this is Bob Farrell, just to clarify. So if we're interested in polar bearing, we register for Klondike separately and then
Ye-
also register for camping separately, both at the council website?
Correct.
Okay,
I will confirm that with Doug, but that would be my assumption, is that both would be through the council website.
okay, thanks.
They would have to do the back.
Never mind, not that.
Any idea of theme?
That we have not worked out yet.
Very
So,
good.
As soon as we get any sort of theme information, we will let you know.
But volunteers are still needed, correct?
Yes.
All right, just wanted to put that out there once more.
Yes. Volunteers are greatly needed and greatly appreciated.
All right, thank you, Peter.
Yep.
All right. I talked to Lynn earlier this evening, and the Eagle advancement information that you see before you has not changed, which is good. We like consistency with our advancement, especially as it pertains to Eagle Scouts. Has anybody had any problems with Eagle advancement to date? I know there is an Eagle board going on in the other room for 3 scouts, I believe, as we speak.
So I monitor the communications to the district advancement team. I haven't seen too many emails come through.
Okay.
I think the ones that have their boards are reviewed tonight. And I'm speaking loudly so that I can get just a little bit of pickup there. But those were a set of scouts that came through early this semester. I suspect because of the timing. It's been a little quiet. So we'll continue to keep this information up there, but the word to everybody, you can hear me, and I'll reiterate it in the newsletter. So if you're having any trouble getting a response, either be persistent or hit Mr. Boston or myself direct. Make sure that the news gets through to the advancement team. Mr. Rogan and the site do a pretty good job of responding. So and then they parse out the work to the rest of the committee as Eagle Scouts come into the system for counseling and shepherding through to their goal. So let us know if you're not getting through sooner rather than later, especially since a lot of Eagles tend to schedule their projects, chronologically close to their 18th birthday.
I would give you kudos on getting my son through the first system you got, seems to be working out well.
Once the advancement team has got it, it goes. And then a couple people get snared on just the front door. And then if they wait too long and the timer runs out, while the scouts are the ones that should be advocating for themselves first and running with the ball, a lot of times you lateral the ball to the scout with standing. And, that happens. And so just make sure they don't get stopped.
Speaking as a last minute Eagle myself, but I did not stand there. I fell across the line at the last minute. Thank you very much.
Yes. No doubt, Nuge did something.
Or was pushed. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I have no comment to that.
Well, but there you go.
Bernie,
Yes.
you're up.
Oh, good. We've got our Friends of Scouting campaign starting, and I've already got 3 units that have already given me dates, and I'm going to be working on those this week. This is for the 2023 campaign, so we're trying to get.
I know. Your slide is from last year.
Well, this is our 2023 campaign, so everything that you're going to give is going to be held into January and through June. We want to get this whole campaign done by then. We need every unit to sign up. Last year, we only had 28 out of the 54 units that we have that signed up for a presentation. We need them all. It's very important that we make our goals, otherwise everything costs more to the parents and the families for scouting. We don't want to have to put the burden of that on everyone. So we want a presentation done. I would like to have everything done by the end of April, beginning of May, so that we can follow up calls, so that we have everything completed by the middle of June. This is very important. It's so important. We also need presenters to help. So if you know someone that can do a presentation or two, it would be greatly appreciated. With 54 units, it's very hard to get around to everybody, especially when you have 2 or 3 of them that meet the same night. It's hard for anyone to be able to fill in. So what I would like to do is have as many presenters volunteer, and we're going to be training you. It's going to be it's a very rewarding thing to be able to walk out of a presentation knowing that you did a good job, and it always works out well. So contact me. My email is on the website, and it's also my phone number. Please call. Please leave a message if I didn't answer right away. Please, I will get back to you. We've got to get this up and running. And like I said, units, get in your dates as soon as possible so that we can have this all wrapped up soon. I want to thank you all, and it's so important to have this organization, to be able to do this for everybody. And if anybody has any questions, you can always email me or call me, and I'll greatly answer you right away. Thank you.
Questions for Bernie? I think we all know she does a fabulous job, but she just needs a little bit more help.
Yes.
All right. Anybody on from the training committee? Hearing none. Updates have not changed since last month. Wilderness first aid and den chief training are still in the works. Please send your requests to Kayla and to Jim as you think of things. We cannot help you until you let us know what you need. Okay, and please check the council website and the district website for training events that are coming up. I will leave this slide up until I see people stop writing. All right. My children would ask you, what are pencils?
Right.
All right, upcoming events. And again, I will refer you to the council website. 12/7 and 12/10. We have, I'm sorry, 12/10 and 12/17. We have wreath laying events. The first is at Union Grove for the Fallen Hero wreath laying. The one on the 17th is at both Union Grove and Wood. They would prefer to know that you are coming. They insist on knowing that your units are coming. So please register in advance. The 19th through 26th, the Kenosha Scout Shop is closed. The 23rd through 26th, the Milwaukee Scout Shop is closed. 26th through 28th is Cub Scout Online Day Camp. And again, you can check the slides once these are posted on the website, probably in the next couple days. January 2nd, New Year's Day is observed, so both of our service centers will be closed. January 13th is Astronomy Merit Badge Clinic. The 14th is Cub Scout Shooting Sports Day at Odakota. January 16th, both service centers are closed. And I just put that twice. As you can tell, it's been quite a week. Yeah, both. February 20th, President's Day, service centers are closed. January 25th, Ice Fishing Derby at Odakota.
For the ice fishing derby, you're gonna have people that are actually trained to.
I appreciate consistency. I love it. Yes, we will have trained individuals there. District.
But those trained individuals will not have firearms.
They will not. Richard, district executives minute. Go. You only get one though.
It's 2022 highlights. So this was what I was probably was.
IMR. Yep.
And we got
Yeah. Yeah. I was just about to say that.
But it's still like a pretty good event.
Yeah.
You know, these events kind of really reinforce the importance of stuff. You know, all of this stuff. Important to make it more free.
Yeah, they had a great time. They learned something. It might not have been what we expected them to have fun with or learn from, but still in all, they had fun and they learned something. Rockets go up, rockets come down. Don't hit each other with sticks. Yeah, that.
Without following every step in order.
And I mean, you did it. You did a great job with that because, you know, John and I showed up and we hadn't built ours in advance.
Yeah, we really learned like.
And we did it. We did it right there. And 20 minutes later, John's rocket went. And then landed on the ground. He went chasing after it. He had a great time and he still has that rocket in my office. Why is it in my office? Because I told you, he's 7. And as much as I tell him, anyway, moving on. Next thing, we have a new director of field services. For those of you who haven't heard, last month was Cortland Bowles last month with the Three Harbors Council. Our new director of field services is Mary Kveton. She served as assistant scoutmaster of Troop 222. Like many of us, she is a proud Wood Badge graduate. She worked for the Racine Unified School District as an educational assistant and special education teacher for over 12 years. Has a bachelor's in communications from the College of St. Scholastica in Duluth, which means that she's used to this cold weather. And she is active in the Racine Theater Guild, Choral Art Society, and the Over Our Heads Players Theater. Unfortunately, she also couldn't be with us tonight, but hopefully next time you see her out there, please welcome her in her new role. She's not new to the council, but please say, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Our next roundtable is scheduled for January 4th, 2023. I'm noticing an appreciable increase, slowly but surely, in the number of people joining us in these in-person meetings, so that's good to see. Hope to see you next month. Questions, comments, concerns, illuminating observations?
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, I noticed we're doing the scouting for food. Are we going back to doing it where we used to, dropping the food off at the same places we did the last 2 years, the smaller food pantries, or are we doing it and loading the trucks up again this year?
I have yet to check with Wally. Certainly. The question was in regard to scouting for food and the logistics of how it's going to be set up this year, whether it's going to be set up similar to the way it's been the past couple of years, or whether we'll go back to do it the way that we've done it in the past. The first meeting of the Scouting for Food Steering Committee has not even occurred, but I have a number of things that I have to reach out to Wally about. Wally Smith will be running it once again this year, so I will add that to my list of questions to ask him. Will that be all right?
Yes.
Perfect. And I will ask Eric to have a response published for you in the next, well, maybe not the next newsletter, but
I adore content. So
he does. He
it's
just
a bit tricky, but that's the way. Let me send you the trail. That's like
and while we have everybody online, I think we should just put that call out there. If you have content for the weekly newsletter, please send it to Eric. As he just says, he adores content.
And I like to keep it
Fresh and new.
Yes, I was gonna say that, but it sounded a little like. But yeah, we want to keep it relevant so that folks have something to read in. Don't get into the habit, which I'm afraid some folks do. Yeah, same old stuff. So
Agreed.
maybe you'll come up with some sneaky way, that prize to spot certain things like letters or something.
Ooh, hidden puzzles.
I'll buy a bunch of $3 Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, we've already figured out if it's find the typo, that it's probably due to Bosler. So.
Oh, no, I'm pretty good at that myself. That's what.
Anybody else have anything? Yes, sir.
With Rob, can we possibly do a moment of silence to Pearl Harbor Day?
Moment of silence for Pearl Harbor Day. Scouters, please rise. Uncover if you have anything on your head. We take these next few minutes for those who served during Pearl Harbor, lost their lives, and were injured. Truly a day that will live in infamy. Thank you. Anything else?
All right.
All right, hearing none, please feel free to email anything to me, email anything to Richard. Thank you for your time, Scatters. It is appreciated as always.
Wouldn't say better than Shannon being shot here.
Indeed.
And welcome. Come down there to the Roundtable.
We need donuts down.
That was one.
Tell you what, January, the donuts are on me. But you know, no, we're talking Dunkin' Donuts, none of these Krispy Kreme nonsense gelatinous things. No. All right, so there's your enticement. Come by for donuts in January. Hope to see you soon. Good night, Scatters.